Shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha, Rekak, Wadash, Ma'amoth. I want to give a double honor to the elders of GMS and a citation to the Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm the Carbon Yasharala, coming out of the GMS Lions Den camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. And this is a lesson that I'm coming out with today. It was a charge given by the elder of our camp, Harawan, and it's basically on how Donald Trump has pulled out of the nuclear deal, the nuclear agreement with Iran. And Iran, the president of Iran, is very upset with that. And it's just it's a reflection of how Esau, the so-called white man, really is. How he never keeps his word on anything. He lies. Or he always makes a rule for you to go by, and he himself doesn't go by that rule, that it doesn't apply to him. He's always somehow exempt. But with dumb Donald Trump pulling out of this nuclear deal, this at the same time, it also allows Iran to build their weapons of mass destruction, which they already have them. These other countries just be playing with the so-called white man because they know Esau's stupid as hell. They know he dumb. So, but anyways, this is just another step closer towards World War III, the Battle of Armageddon, Armageddon, in the Valley of Yahweh Shaphat, or this Yahweh's judgment. Without further ado, I'm gonna get right into it. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Woe unto them. Woe, who's the one that write all these crazy laws and make all these agreements, and these unrighteous decrees, and write grievousness and put grievousness upon the people that they apply to. So-called white man, he does these things like the nuclear deal. He wrote a deal, he came up with a deal, and then he backed out of it. And in doing that, I guess he think, the white man should think, he think these other nations are going to follow him. His pride deceives him. But in doing so, and all this foolishness that he is doing, he is going to force these other nations, or they gonna have no choice but to turn against him because of these decrees and these sanctions and all these other different things that he has implemented. And he think that ain't nothing gonna happen. They really think, that we got it. We ain't nobody gonna oppose us, cause we strong like that. That's not true, man. These other nations are very they right now, they live it with Esau. They hate him. He's pissed off. They pissed off right now, and Esau doesn't know this thing right here. This is Obadiah, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, and thou art greatly despised. These other nations hate the so-called white man. Even the white man hate himself. Russia hate, Edom hate Edom. The Most High has made this man, the so-called white man, small among all the heathen. He himself is a heathen. He's made him small among all the other heathens. So these other nations are looking at the so-called white man like, man, bump you, bro. Like, nigga, we don't see you. Like, we finna get ready to throw hands in a minute. Like, for real, like, bro, you finna get the fade. Straight up. That's just how it is. These other nations are not afraid of the so-called white man no more. If they ever was. Verse 3, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, that thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, Salakia, who shall bring me down? The pride of the so-called white man that deceived him. He really think that he can't be brought down, He really think that these nations are going to side with him. But as Vladimir Putin said, if I'm not mistaken, the so-called white man, America, don't have no enemies. They don't have no enemies. Verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down. See, they done puff themselves up, and they just really think, We got it. We on top. We on top of the world. We run this. The Heavenly Father finna bring this so-called white man down to the lower state where he belongs, finna bring him back to his original state, which is base, dung. I'm gonna skip to verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hid things sought up? The Heavenly Father done exposed this devil for who he really is. He done exposed Esau for who he really is. That he's a liar, he's a thief, he's a cheater, he's a murderer, he's covetous, he's blasphemous, he don't keep his word. And these other nations see that. And these other nations have become angry, and they are rising up. Verse 7, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.